we go. That's fine. That'll do fine. All right. Uh, let's get the YouTube chat kicking. Hopefully. Nice. It's so much cleaner now. It just works. Whatever they did on that update really worked. I will be back in just a quick moment, but I will go ahead and pull up a screen cap for the mini. I am late today. I had people over. I will be back in just 1 second though. All right, now I'm back. It's 10 p.m. chair stream time. Absolutely. Um, yeah, it's not 10 p.m. here at least. It's only 5 p.m. here. It's not too bad. Uh, but we're gonna pretend like this is a normal stream and it's not 5 hours later than normal. I'm just gonna go do some chill shit because I've slept, I think, a collective 10 hours over the last 2 days. So, my focus, I'm sure, will be bad. But we'll see what we can do. All right. Golf shot that's also a piece of computer hardware. Chip. Golf shot that's also a piece of computer hardware. Not sure. Screenwriter Sorkin, don't know. Non-reactive chemically. Um, it's not stable. I'm sure I'll figure it out. Bye bye. I don't know. Origami bird, crane. H. Person added to the staff. Uh, hired. I finally beat Black Steak thanks to Hologram and the Order. Ooh, Black Steak's not. This is a pretty good one. That's halfway through, I believe. Material used to plate the skin of the Parthenon Athena and the statue of Zeus in Olympia. Material. Not sure. An eye material. 5 prefix penta. What the hell am I looking at? That's also a golf shot. That's also a piece of computer hardware. Inert here, inert. And I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. Had a good run with the madness and festive, but the red finisher boss did me in. The red finisher boss. Hello, lazy turtle. Sorry I couldn't get the mod working before stream, but it was starting to get close to the end of when I said I was going to be streaming, so I'm like, all right, I'm just going to start it up. Speakers platform. Speakers platform? Uh, ooh, I'm not sure. This is a hard one. Hmm. The boss that disables a Jimbo every hand. Ah, Crimson Heart. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Um, I'm gonna check this just because I'm not sure I'm right. Not D. Hire. What? Person added to the staff. Hiree? Maybe? Oh, see ya. That makes sense. Okay. Ivory. I didn't realize you could plate something with ivory, and that's a drive. I should have known that. I'm gonna. Yeah, okay. I'm assuming that's Aaron. 3 minutes. Oof. Ouch. My bones. There seems to be a problem at least. I downloaded it, put it in a folder. The mod loader said it loaded fine, but it doesn't seem to be actually updating the texture. I did download the other requirement, of course, as well. You'll see when I get in there. Almost, not quite, close, and warm. Yeah, like warmer, colder. Let's see if we can shuffle these over into a nice pattern. That'll do. Okay, flexible, athletic. No. Assignment. Wait, a drill and exercise. Ooh, there's a few in here that I see like two or three, but I'm not sure. Like a game and an open. An open is a type of like competition. You have to turn it on in the new texture menu. Oh, okay. I will see about that when I get in there then. Gotcha. Sounds good. Here, I'm just gonna send it on this because I know this is right. Boom. Open a game, assignment, drill, and exercise, and a lesson. Those all make a lot of sense, so let's do that. Yeah. Finally unlocked Brainstorm. Ooh. Black Stake and above is when Madness is, yeah, Madness is pretty fucking troll until you get to Black Stake. And then it's still very restrictive, but there are times when it's like, ooh, this is a game changer. Yeah. Um, hmm. Easy, open, adjectives? Adjectives? Maybe, but that seems a little vague. It feels like these definitely have a connection that's a little bit more, a little tighter than just adjectives. Athletic and flexible make sense together. Flexible, easy, and open are all like just generally like receptive to something. Game, and I'm game. There, those are it. Yep, up for anything. Excellent athletic one and area. What A might mean. Oh, that's tough. But it is true. Area is represented by the letter A. Athletic. I'm not really sure how that applies. I I don't sports. Excellent, obviously getting an A on a paper, and A can also be one, like A something. Um all right. So I'm told that there's actually a menu that I just wasn't paying attention to. There's the audio. There's the game screen. So I'm assuming it's just like under mods. Nope. Collection. No. Options. Textures. It crashed. Hold on. Let me reinstall that mod then. Because something tells me that will... Something got fucked with in the mods for sure while I was trying to make it work. It'll be easy enough to fix that much. Delete that. I still have it right over here. Setup executables. Close that. Back it up. Over to mods. Drag this over. Close out of U. And boot you back up. Hopefully. I was fucking with stuff just to see if I could get it to work. So a fresh install is fair. There we go. Apply. So now in my collection, there he is. He's so cute. Smokey, aren't you the best? Let's see. Can I get out of the way? Oh, he's on my blanket back there. Back here. He's sleeping right now, so I'm not gonna bug him, but he's back there. Why did your messages get sent twice? Excellent question. Not sure. Blame YouTube. That being said, I hear no audio. Let me go ahead and do that. There we go. All right, let's do this. What is up with my hair there? Hate when that happens. It's weird. It's hard to like guess what your hair is gonna look like on camera because you can't really see it at the angle it's gonna be at. You know what I mean? Anyways, let's try to make a Lucky Cat run work. Obviously, if we're gonna do Lucky Cat, what is the best? Oh, a magic deck, probably, right? Extra copies of the Fool, and we'll use the Fool to make more magic. That just... Duh. The theme for today, I am tired, so I'm going to send it on anything that looks even remotely fun and interesting. I'm gonna try to make the Lucky Cat work for sure. Give me a scary face. Go next. I will skip for the investment. Play against the pillar. Cards played previously this ante. I'm looking for a full house. There's 4 of them. Have I discarded a 9? No, so I will keep the 9s over the aces. There's the kings. That's an easy $5, a win. Well, maybe not a win. Actually, yes, a win. Scary face is good enough right now. Also, today I learned a magic trick and hologram is a flawless combo. That it is. And you know what else? Any other time, magic trick is fucking worthless. Like, I think that's one of the few bad designs for a voucher because magic trick is almost never, oh my god. Magic trick is almost never actually good. Welcome, Shiko. I see we're starting off today right with the streamer luck. Since we're here with the full house, might as well level it. Now you want straights from me. You're not getting a straight from me. He says, almost drawing a straight. You're getting a full house. Jack, 10, 8, 7, 6. Just seeing if I could draw it. I'm pretty sure 3 of a kind wins, so. Yep. If money ain't a problem, you can magic trick to get more kings in the endgame with Fool. So my issue with magic trick is, generally speaking, it's always going to be better to remove cards than to add them. Obviously, there's exceptions, like when you're trying to do something like a Naniv, where you just need an assload of kings to make it work. The magic trick voucher itself doesn't give you any cards with enhancements. You actually need to buy a second voucher, which means you need to find a second voucher for it to be able to have any enhancements on them in the first place. I believe there's a bug in the game which makes the enhanced versions not actually spawn with seals ever, which is one of the best reasons to do it. And there is only a single card in the entire game, unless you count Blue Joker, that actually rewards you for adding new cards to your deck. That's namely Hologram. And so, like, there's just no reason to ever take Magic Trick, because by getting cards in the shop, you're seeing less Jokers, you're seeing less Planets, you're seeing less Taros, which all have more use. So, like, opening standard packs is better than buying Magic Trick, because at least these can have seals on them. I'll take an extra queen. You pair? Oh, I can do pairs. I'll do pairs all day. Though I would prefer they be, yeah, pairs of jacks at least, or something. Maybe I want to go for a 2-pair or something. Let me play this pair of aces to start, since I know it's bad. 2-pair of kings over jacks. That could be a good last hand to make sure that we win. Lame. Right now this is 180 times 6 is just under 1200. That's actually not the best. We could also just lose right here, right? We need something with a little more mult, which is of course not easy to obtain. Aces and nines aren't super likely. This is when I'm gonna remind everyone that you can do this. You can actually check what the top card of your deck is by checking here. That's a 7 of diamonds on the top of the deck. What have I missed? If money ain't a problem, you can magic trick. Okay, I read that. I like it when I'm doing glass builds and need stuff to death. This is fair. You can do it that way. It does let you sustain that. Man, seeing white steak gameplay after trying all day to beat black steak is comforting. Mumios says Chico. Yikes. What is that emote? Hold on. Gotta keep up with the emotes. Oh, I see. That's what I thought I saw, but it was a little small on my screen. Hello, is this seated? No, we just got lucky with Chico immediately. We are also probably about to lose. Because, unfortunately, I don't know that I'm just gonna be able to pull a full house out of my ass. We're about to see. Oh. Easy. Hello? Never punished? We need some more points, obviously. So let's go for... What do you want? 3 of a kind? I'm gonna level up pair, actually. Getting some base malt on pair is really gonna help. And not so much high card. We'll go full house here. I can't beat purple steak. Oh no. Do you know why you can't beat purple steak? Well, I guess if you knew why you couldn't beat purple steak, you wouldn't be, you know, lamenting over it. It's really... Purple stakes is very much like the fundamentals stake. It's like, can you really well execute on just like specific things to make your run better? Let's take this flush. If we need to, I'm gonna use the Fool. The club, all cards are debuffed. Hahaha. No. Full house is what we should be going for pretty consistently. Not that it's easy to do that, he says, immediately landing one. Ka-chow, exact score. Such a quick scale, it outscales you. Mm-hmm. Yep, it's really testing whether you can get your econ online early and not, like, accidentally, this is what we've been looking for, the magician. We're trying to make a lucky cat run work. Yeah, it's kind of testing if you can get your econ online early and sort of keep up, basically, right? Like, I don't know exactly how to describe how to win something like that without going into very basic tips about, you know, keeping your money up, knowing where your chips come from, balancing between chips and mult, understanding what jokers are stronger than others. Generally, that one's a little bit subjective, but there is some amount of objectivity to which jokers are stronger, right? Am I okay with just playing a 2-pair? Yes, I've got this 10. That one's a 4 of a kind, and that's never happening, so shove off. Nice. Purple is after black, blue in between the two of them. Good news though, all jokers unlocked except the $400 one. I got a plan on how to do it. Does that plan involve skipping on an anaglyph deck? Because that's how I did it. Blue stake is definitely a bummer. I would very much recommend that move. It is quite a good one. You got 400 randomly? How does one do that randomly? I guess maybe if you're just like, ooh, it would be cool if I had a lot of money here, and then... What do I have in my eye? Give me just a moment. I said the word eye after talking about my eye. That's not really actually that funny. Give me a second, I can't concentrate. Because my eye hurts. Well, it seems to be working itself out. That'll be fine in a second, I'm sure. What do you need? Straight? Pass. Unless you want to give me a jack right now, I'll take it. No? Okay. Very well. That's a good enough one. I mean, maybe not good enough to win, but good enough to be like, wow, that's decent. Oh, thanks. I discard my 10 and you give me the straight. Cool. Very nice. Alright, win. $230,280? What are you doing to get $230,000? I mean, like, unmodded, of course. Like, if you mod it, it's just nan-inf it, you know, just play cryptid mod. By the way, I had a successful Perkeo cryptid Baron run. Did you get to nan-inf, or was it just like, E150 or something like that? E35. E35 is really good with like what is basically just a lot of whatever planet you were playing. Or no, you did cryptid. All right, let's focus up here. I've kind of just been sitting on this screen. Do I want a photograph? I don't think I do. I don't really love any of these, to be honest. This is on straight flush though, so I can eat it. Let's go scholar here for sure. skip those. The Magician, I'm okay with using the Magician here. And then I would like an extra copy of the Magician, and also I would like to death for an extra foil Lucky Queen. And this is a guaranteed 15 versus a sometimes 10, so I'll take the guaranteed 15. And the wall, let's cut that wall down, as in half. Let's go, I see a flush, let's 3 luckies on a flush. You've done a few challenges. I really like some of the early challenges, and then they get really fucking hard. Like, all of a sudden. No high contrast today? I'll be honest, have I ever had high contrast on? Like, I've had the check mark for high contrast on pretty much always, and then just sometimes it's just like, nah. And I couldn't tell you why. I've had my game modded to one extent or another pretty much since I finished Completionist Plus+, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, it's not the mods, at least I don't think it is. Especially since right now the only mods I have installed are more speed and the mods required to change the texture of Lucky Cat. Let's Chariot the King, you never know when that might be useful. I actually do want the double Taros. Let's level up pair. Get them double Taros. Let me get the 2 pair level and reroll me once more. Don't think I care much for Juggler, let's go. The plant, more like the can't. Not my tongue fuck, thinking the interest $100 starting challenge can unlock the $400 Joker. I mean, if you really want it to, maybe it could. No achievements for challenges. Oh, that's actually interesting. I didn't know that. Wait, why is the setting there? I thought it was in customized deck. I don't know, it's just the mod that it was based on. The mod is Malverk. I don't know. I haven't used it before, so I could not tell you why the setting is there. Ooh, a straight. I have a level 1 straight. This will not be a very good hand. Just kidding. It was very good. My cat is snoring in the background, by the way. It's very cute. It's not gonna get picked up by the mic, but it is very cute. Honestly, I'm glad the Lucky Cat's not here yet, because none of those Luckies have procced, and he would be taken up in a slot doing nothing there. Hex. Sell everything. Hex Shiko, lose immediately. No thanks, I'll grim. Bull is probably not worth the effort. Fortune Teller is definitely not worth the effort. Swashbuckler is marginally better than Abstract, so I'll take it. Go next. You think modding a game is like subjecting someone to involuntary surgery? Maybe a little bit. I'm only missing one leggy Joker. One leggy Joker? Wait, what? What are the chances of a negative Lucky Cat? I mean, whatever the chances of a Lucky Cat are, and then 1 in 400 of that. I think it's 1 in 400 anyways. Alright, discard you. There we go. 4 and a 6. Oh, legendary. I too have funny names for certain jokers. Isn't it 1 in 100 for negative? I feel like I'd be seeing a lot fucking more of them if that were the case, but maybe I'm crazy. Almost choked on water. Ooh, saved that one. Now I'm only gonna cough a little bit instead of a lot of it. I feel like I see more souls than I do negatives natural. We want the speculative oops all sixes, right? So we sell Scholar. We take a Justice just to be able to save our asses in the case that, you know, it's useful. The Idol is actually trolling. Reserve Parking would be consistent money, but I don't really have a slot for that. Base cards, more like dumb. Got him. Boom. Sit down. That's a 2-pair. It's not a good one, but it's there. Is oops all sixes worth it? No. To be clear, no. The lucky is the oops all sixes is speculative, not even necessarily for the lucky cards, but just because I want to play Lucky Cat this run. I'm forcing it. Do not try this at home. Did I ended up taking I did take the seed money. Alright, I should stop spending money now. Do I just play the 2-pair? Yeah. Oh well, that glass is probably gonna break because it's 2 in 4. Oh, it didn't. Sorry. I lied. That's probably fine. That's a lot, but it's technically not anything interesting. Skip for the negative trust. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be the negative. Let's go gambling. Use these as discards. Boom, full house, easy. Ciao. Ooh, 20 bucks. I don't even care about the mullet. None of that. I need more levels on some of this. Like pair. At least pair. Double on seeing double. It's not bad, but I don't really have a place to put it in this build. I guess it's like marginally better than Acrobat if I can consistently proc it, but I don't know that I can. 10-4, nah, just go next. Skipping for negative is a little dangerous. Streamer luck inbound. I have no idea how the texture looks negative, so I'd like to see it. I actually would too. Negative cat. Okay, to be clear. Okay, guys. I don't know if you might not have, let's see. Let's go see it in the collection. But a kind person has placed my cat into the game. He is the lucky cat. So, seeing this negative is the goal. Alright, let's see if we can take on the mouth. Just kidding. He's disabled. Yes, somebody in our chat right now. It could be you. It could be me. Hey. Surely that pays off, right? He says fully aware that if it doesn't, he has to, like, try to find another full house to play. Holy shit, never punished. Now I gotta find another full house, though, and that's going to be basically impossible. What's our most likely here? Not 5, not 3, not Jack. Probably not 7. Oh, yeah, disabled. I always forget this fucker is disabled. Dude, Shiko is one of those, like, just things that you never remember you have. That's probably just fine to play. Hey, there's the 20. That'll do. Oh wow, it doesn't even show us. Okay. Fine. Have we gotten like 10 of these motherfuckers in the last 3 streams? What is going on? I honestly don't know if Scary Face is the correct toss over Acrobat. Acrobat's an effective 2x. Because, you know, you play 3 hands and then the 4th one you get 3x. And I'm probably getting more than 2x in chips between some of these lower ones and probably the full house as well since I'm playing around face cards so hard. I think it is Acrobat here. Yorick. We'll make that work. We have 3 discards. Buy the Justice so we can be sure to survive. Oh boy, an egg. Yorick. We didn't even get to see what the fucking negative was. I'm not gonna skip for a second one while I'm still waiting on the first, though. Let's just discard the 5 every time we can. Let's go for the straight sucks, go for the flush. We got another flush here. Alright, I'll play that one as well. I'll take the 20 bucks. Alright, now we discard low. And we'll discard low-ish. Okay, that's a full house. We'll go ahead and let's glass the ace since I'm more interested in keeping the face cards long-term. But I still often play aces. I just don't mind as much if they break. Another money proc, easy money. The glass broke, so I'm glad I didn't put it on the queen. I mean, that's still not a negative. That's a blueprint, though. So now I think it may be time for Scary Face to go. Rig the lucky cards. It's actually insane. It's actually so crazy. Mods, check his computer. What the fuck? I can't even use my speculative oops all 6s anymore because I need this flat mult from the fucking swashbuckler. What in the fuck is going on? And we got a negative Wily. Taking the strength. Taking the wheel. Hermit. 4 fingers? No. And one more reroll. Nope. Go next, I guess. Swashbuckler suddenly getting massive value. I sense another short incoming. For real, if I get to make a short that gets a couple thousand views every time I get 70,000 souls in one stream, this is easy shit right here. Bro, hello? Just get the soul cards. Are you... Game is so easy, bro. I didn't even I only discarded like a couple cards that time. Whoops. Gotta remember to fucking use Yorick. Where's my lucky cat now? I can take back my speculative oops all sixes. You know what? Maybe we're actually fine to get rid of Swashbuckler. He's giving a flat plus 40, but when we play a full house, we're at 8, and when Yorick actually procs, that is also, like, pretty damn good, right? I feel like we could probably get rid of Swashbuckler without too much issue and take back the speculative oops all sixes. Turtle secretly rigged the chances. No, I definitely looked through. When it didn't work at first, I definitely peeked at the Lua files real quick just to make sure that there wasn't something that I was missing. It was like, did I need to move something somewhere? But no, I was just being dumb. Alrighty. Yeah, go next. I'm gonna leave the blueprint here because I actually intend to discard this time. There we go. Now we got an actual 2x. We've got kings, we've got queens. This king will be steel, even though I don't intend, like, I'm gonna play it right away. And we, you know, we send it on the trib there because we're playing all kings and queens. Very cool, very easy, very fun. Level up my pair. I was not paying attention to chat that time, but thank you for the advice. I got it, though. Does Yorick level up faster with Blueprint? Afraid not, no. Generally speaking, Blueprint only duplicates the actual, like, value and not whatever causes it to scale. Easy holographic. Not very helpful, but interesting. Awesome. Let's make another king. King, 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 queen, queen. Queen's up front, blueprint on trib, send it. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. Magic trick, more like trick. Ectoplasm? I mean, I need to take ectoplasm if I'm gonna fit Lucky Cat in this build. And I also need ectoplasm for when the next soul comes along. Inevitably. Too bad, I'm taking it. It's too late, you cannot stop me. You mentioned before there was a bug with Shiko. What was the bug? If you blueprint Shiko, or if you otherwise have multiple copies of Shiko, technically Shiko doesn't, like, disable a boss blind. It technically, like, does the opposite of the boss blind, depending on what it is. So with something like -1 hand size, if you go into the boss and it's -1 hand size, but you have a Shiko and it's duplicated, you'll get +1 hand size and then again. and if you take your blueprint away, it like keeps the hand size basically. Like it doesn't remove it again at the end of the boss, so you get like a permanent +1 hand size, or more if you have multiple copies. And people can go infinite with that by just like re-rolling for that particular boss blind over and over again. Three of a Kind Queens is probably still winning by 1.5 miles. Yeah. But if you save Scum, can you do it again and again? I don't believe so. Because, at least I don't think that's how that works, because it triggers at the start of the boss blind. I don't think a save state would affect that. Yeah, it is a pretty neat Nanoinf. I've never really tried it myself, but it is an interesting concept. It requires a very specific boss. Go next. Boss disabled. Hit by a car, permanently disabled. For a second there, I thought there was another one, but then I forgot I actually have the one that gives me the spectrals. I think just wheel me. Nope. And I'll take a to-do list just because I have space. Go next. Very large blind. I very large don't care. Thank you, Shiko. There you go, I'll give you a little bit more there. And by Shiko, I meant Yorick. Sorry, dead naming. Or whatever. Boom, 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 boom. How does he keep getting away with this? I could stand to thin my deck out a little bit, but we haven't really gotten the option. There you go. That's basically a soul, same odds. I'll take a seltzer, sure. I think it's the same odds anyways, might be higher. I actually rarely see black holes as well. It's not a common occurrence for me either. What do I need? Discard. Those two will be fine. Death of the Queen. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just play the 4 of a kind, I think. Yes, $40. I don't think it would be rarer. Like, maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like it's not as strong as Soul, generally speaking. Showman? Huh. Put the Showman in place of the Seltzer, see if I can find a second Oops All Sixes. Thoughts? If Seltzer was eternal, would it still break? Seltzer cannot be eternal, with one exception being the, Nope, actually, it can never be eternal. Okay, I can think of one exception to that. Seltzer cannot be Eternal, and I think in the one exception it does not break, it just sits at 0. The one exception I'm thinking of is there's a challenge called, I want to say, Typecast, where after Ante 4, all the jokers that you have become eternal, at which point you can no longer get rid of them, and it sets your joker slots to 0, so essentially after Ante 4, you're just stuck with what you have. But there's no other way for it to spawn eternally. If you don't get Smoky this run, use dev mode to spawn it. On the one that is every joker is eternal, it specifically doesn't spawn. None of the perishables spawn on that one, so you don't have to worry about seeing it there in the first place. As for Smoky, I will just I'm gonna keep playing with the mod. It's cool. I like it. So if we don't see it this run, I'm just gonna leave it in, and we'll see him eventually. He'll be around. Alright, go next. Violet Vessel, more like dumb. Got him. Hang. Discard. Discard some more. Discard some more. And actually don't want to death a Jack. That feels like a waste when a strength does the trick. Play those 5. Also, what the fuck is dev mode? There's a setting you can fuck with in the files of the game that allow you to sort of put it in like beta mode, you know, the kind of mode that you would use when you were testing to make sure things work. It allows you to like press tab and you can just spawn jokers in with the buttons. And why not use Brainstorm mod to start with the cat? I don't actually know if you can just spawn with a specific joker with Brainstorm. I know you can spawn with like specific legendaries, but I don't know if you can pick a specific joker. It's basically just cheats, yeah. You should make all face cards just my face. That's a little spooky. I might not use that one. I'm not quite that full of myself, man. Ego, maybe a little bit, but not that kind of ego. Let me Magician. I don't care if they were glass, get them out of here. Let's go back in Ante. What do we got here? The Serpent, okay. Very well. Wheel of Fortune. And go next. We still got a ways to go here. There we go. We can go bam, 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 bam. Baba booey. What is my favorite Joker? Ooh. Honestly, just don't put my face on it, please. It'll quickly not be my favorite anymore. We've had this conversation so many times and I always forget what I say. Because, like, I don't think that even my favorite Joker I'm not, like, that super into. I think I say that I take Constellation a lot. That tends to be true. That tends to remain true. It's gotta be Smokey. Oh. Almost got me again with it. Go Hermit. Magician. See what's in the High Priestess. Sell the straight flush, take the Mercury. Take the Hanged Man, take the Emperor, reroll once more, go next. These are incompatible, right? Yeah, that'd be crazy. Hang these two. Check the Emperor. Strength. Glad I did that when I did. Don't need the Judgment. Go ahead and Magician these. Discard a King. And then strength you guys, and discard you two, and you two, and 1, 2, 3, 4, because I want to keep the blue seal, and we're winning by so much right now. For me, it's 4 fingers or a very early rocket. Very early rocket is quite satisfying. Yeah, you're definitely right about that when you get to ante like 16 and it's like, here's $31 every round. Two copies of Devil. Or the Fool. Well, with all the bosses disabled, I guess I can head towards a single suit. Let's go World into Fool. Have to say no to that. Crazy first run back. Crazy first run. I say first run back like it hasn't only been like 28 hours since I was last streaming. I started 4 hours late and I'm pretending like it's been 30 years since I was last seen on stream. I'll be honest, I kind of didn't want that boss disabled. I like that. I like that effect. I guess we'll have to deal with a flush. Deal. You could potentially get multiple souls in a single pack. That is correct. That's some crazy luck, but you can do that, I think. Also, dice is blueprintable. It is not incompatible. You can have multiple dice and it does stack multiplicatively, that much is true, but it is not blueprintable. Yes, correct. In fact, I think one of the challenges is 2 negative oops all 6s, isn't it? It's not really much of a challenge when you put it that way, but... You know, there was actually something to be said for selling Shiko for the blueprint and not the Showman, but we'll pick up the Showman again if we see him again. We'll do it then, cross that bridge when we get to it. Honestly, there was even an argument for Yorick. Does the 3 of a kind queens win? I know it does, I don't need to answer that question. I just want 3 planets. How's our stream numbers looking? I haven't actually checked at all. YouTube, here and there. Up, down, left, right, side to side. Twitch. Just a couple. Makes sense. There's quite a few people watching Balatro right now. And none of the people who usually watch me are watching right now. Or not many of them, at least. Because why would they? It's a different time of day. It's just, like, I mean, that is kind of the reality of how it works, right? Like, ooh, la la. Oh, yes, exactly, right? Like, a lot of people already watch me late at night. Exactly. Spades are debuffed. Well, that's a little bit rough for me. I guess I'm selling the Yorick. Because I do need Shiko for at least this next boss. I do want to keep the oops because I still want Smokey. He's staying. He's going nowhere. Not until I'm forced to sell him. One more. Just kidding, one more. There we go. But next. Get antimatter. I mean, yeah, it's on the docket for sure. More blue seals. I prefer my seals blue. Also, technically, this is better. Oh, you know what? I didn't even register that that was Solar just kicking in the door. Is this sleep or is this awake? That didn't answer my question. There are people in here who are up at 4 or 5 a.m. 7 isn't too far out of that realm at that point. Sorry, let me be more clear. Are you waking up or going to sleep? Bro's sleep texting. It's kind of what I figured. First hand drawn face down. What's our voucher? Blank. We got the tarots. We got the omens. Yeah, we're in a decent spot. They're not amazing. They're not bad. Buy this and just go next. I might actually re-roll for that. I don't think there's any bosses that I'm countered by, especially since, well, I currently have Shiko, so definitely not any currently that I'm countered by, so I'll re-roll. Money. We're breaking into the E's already. E. It's just hit midnight for you. Word. Hologram, not happening. Spectral, what do you got? Cryptid. Cryptid on the king. More blue seals. Pair. Pair of what? Mysteries. Questions science cannot answer. The cat has to appear eventually. What a strange thing to have, 2 emperors. Discard Yaltu. Fuck it, Magician. World actually is fine here on those 2. High Priestess. I'll take those. Emperor me. High Priestess. I'll take that one. Not this one, this one's stinky. That's a 4 of a kind, which is actually not going to trigger the last 7, but that's okay. DJ, show Solar Smokey. I want to see Smokey. Well, that's not how I get there. Collection, Jokers. Smokey. The lucky cat. My lucky cat. Also 3E11. It's actually pretty cracked, right? Oh great, holographic. That's just what I wanted. Oh, here's one I haven't magicianed. Alrighty, that'll do. Let's do that, and then a little bit of this. And then we do a little bit of that. Of course, Smokey is sleeping at 5 a.m. on a Monday. He is sleeping in here, and he's snoring right now. He's in a little ball there on the rug. Sometimes he can tell I'm talking about him, though, so he stops snoring when I do that. I don't actually want any of those. Hermit. Cool. Hermit. Dusk. Ooh. Dusk. Dusk. I actually want to keep Shiko. I've just decided that I want him right now. I realize Dusk is a very big upgrade. That is not lost on me, trust. I'll take the strength for the Jax. Okay. I guess I'll make some extra kings. And play 5 of them. Go. We got Smokey and Balatro before GTA 6. Now I can finally rest in peace after seeing Smokey. I'll go to sleep. Bye. Alright, peace, man. It only procs on the last hand. True, but that's in the later antes, the number of hands is basically worthless. Also, antimatter, huge. Like whoopity-doo, I can go from 1.0 E12 to 4.0 E12. Magician. Ooh, I can strength here, nice. I'll take that. I don't really want a magician. Trance. No, I actually want the... Well, no, I do want the trance. I lied. Obviously I don't want Grim. I don't know why I even considered it. Death. Magician. I guess I'll take a driver's license. I have 33 enhanced cards. Polychrome, finally. Nice. Can we get a Joker that if you have exactly $69, it leaks your search history? I'm not sure what leaking my search history would look like. You know, I was considering, though, have you guys... I'm sure since you guys have seen, Raffle before, at least most of you have you guys seen, Frost Prime? Hello, Pokey. Do you know who Frost Prime is? You know, I'm actually pretty okay with just sending it on judgments. I'll take that, actually. That's not bad. No idea who... Okay. Well, I guess that makes some sense. He's very active in the roguelike community. He's one of the bigger streamers. Ew. He's one of the bigger streamers out there for roguelikes, although he doesn't do Balatro directly as much anymore. He used to, but not so much right now. Anyways, he does this thing on Slay the Spire every week called Slay the Streamer, where he essentially allows chat to pick his cards for him whenever there's a card reward in Slay the Spire, and he tries to win in spite of that. And it's a neat little challenge, and I was thinking to myself, I wonder if it's possible to code a mod that does something similar in Balatro. At its face value, that sounds super busted because obviously it'd be super easy to kill someone if you just got to pick all their jokers, but I feel like there's some amount of balance that can be made that might make it a little more feasible. So he's forced to play a chat-chosen build, sort of, because he can still buy whatever he wants at shops. He still gets to pick, they get to pick his boss relic, but he still gets to remove cards. He gets his own choice at events, right? Stuff like that. It's really just the card rewards and the boss relics that chat gets to choose, and he's sort of pushing back against that. Streamer of fortune. Yeah, like I gotta consider how the balance works, because like it's super obvious. You guys could just be like, right now in the shop, you could just be like, sell trib by shortcut, and it's like, oh, okay, I lose, right? But you know, there is something to be said for the concept as a whole. It's very chat interactive, and that's very fun. It would be novel, which is key, right? Because I don't think there is a Balatro counterpart to that yet. Of course, I would have to figure out how to do it. I do code, so I don't think it would be completely out of my wheelhouse. But it's all about the balance. Kind of a shame we haven't fought the -1 hand size yet. Maybe we did early and I forgot about it. Just death it. That's fine. Emperor, Magician. I don't need Magician. Strength, I guess I can head towards more kings than queens. And play like a flush 5, or not flush 5, but a 5 of a kind kings. Thank you, Solar. We hit it either, it was day before yesterday we hit it. It was very nice. I was sure to thank everyone in chat, and that includes you. Balatro is more luck-based. Yeah, so you would have to figure out what the key core there is, because you'd be changing the gameplay to some extent, right? But, I mean, there's a multiplayer mod out there. There's a lot of options, right? That you could potentially make work. You gotta get creative with it, though. This is very true. Let me aura the king. Nope. Alright. Cryptid. We're still just kind of hunting for stuff right now. Just hunting. How many more jacks we got? 0. Oh. Didn't realize I got rid of all of them. And I don't need hanging chat enough to not just continually hit judgment. Okay. Very cool, thank you. I don't think I like hanging chat enough to not just hit judgment every time. Very cool. Slay the Spire has more skill to it. Like, sure, the build can help you, but a skillful player with a mid build can outperform a luck-reliant player. Correct. This is true. And that's why some of the core aspects of the gameplay would probably need to change. Never mind the Twitch API integration, which I have absolutely no clue how to do, as might be expected from someone who has not been on Twitch all that long. Ooh, I'm liking all this free money, though. They're handing that shit out. Alright, reroll once more and then go next. I do actually want to use the trading card once or twice. Gotta kill some of these off cards. No, discard you. And then strength you guys. Discard you two. I'm not against hanging the steel cards, but I'll go ahead and play them for now. I just had an idea for the chat picks Joker's idea. If chat has some, like, tokens. Yeah, something like that. There's a lot of balance to consider. Maybe I'll workshop some of this off stream, because it's a cool concept and it could really help, you know, draw people to this, because like that sort of chat interactivity is really key. For a lot of people that just means, you know, interacting with chat naturally, but it doesn't have to necessarily be that way. Case in point, Twitch Plays Pokemon. If you guys were here for that, that might be too old for some of you. Does anyone remember Twitch Plays Pokemon? Wouldn't it be way easier for it to just be a poll? Yeah, the question then becomes, when is the poll? Paradolia doesn't work with Trib. Fuck it, I don't care enough about trading card, and I'm skipping past a lot of judgments that could be random jokers. Alright, go next. 300 mil? We can still do that easy. There's 2 easy hangs. Discard here. 2 queens, easy strengths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of a kind. What are we even scoring right now? I've kind of just been ignoring it because it's been way higher than what we need. E13? Word. Isn't there a website where you can pay a certain amount of money to buy coins and you can change things in the game, like making a link invisible? I don't know, maybe something like that. As for, since I didn't see any responses, I'm going to assume nobody has seen Twitch Plays Pokemon. There was a really weird social experiment. It must have been maybe 10 years ago now. It might have been, like, maybe it's been a little less than that, but I feel like it's been about that long, where somebody set up a bot that reads Twitch chat, and people would just type on their keyboard, and the character, it was Pokemon like 1st gen or 2nd gen or something, and the character would move and attack and make selections based on what the people watching typed. And it, like, the goal was to beat Pokemon with like 10,000 people all trying to play the game at the same time. It was an incredibly popular, like, 2-week long stream, which is how long it took him to, like, actually beat it. Or maybe it was longer than 2 weeks, probably longer than that. Retarded Fish Stick says, by the way, I haven't unlocked Planet X yet. Rough. It's kind of hard. Not that hard, but it's kind of hard. Pokey knows about Twitch Plays Pokemon. Oh, okay. Didn't attend, but it sounded fun. It was, yeah. Like, I saw it, like, once or twice. I stopped in to just see what the fuck it was about. And it was exactly as chaotic as it sounds. It's been done for so many games. Yeah. Yes, perhaps I think the Twitch Plays Pokemon was one of the first. Or perhaps it was the first one that got incredibly popular. One more. Wheel. Wow, that's not helpful. By the strength, go next. How's our kings? We've got 8 queens? 8 queens. 2 cards to hang. Begone. I will discard this king. I will discard all of these kings. I will death this 7 into a king. And strength these. And play 1, 2, 3. Well, yeah. discard that. See what we get. Another queen. Silly me. 3, 4, and 5. That's fine. Wheel will hit anything but the good jokers. I mean, to be honest, Wheel of Fortune is actually pretty garbage here. It's only a 1 in 6 to get a polychrome, and anything besides polychrome gets you basically nothing. I really shouldn't even been trying to hit it at all. Might be a little late for Lucky Cat here, if he shows up. I want judgment more than $50. Things said by the mentally deranged. Oh boy, a free reroll. Oh boy, Hanging Chad is back for the 3rd time this game. I'll hold on to you. I want to play with Hanging Chad for once. Wow, Full House is still my most played. That's pretty crazy. Discard. Yay. Go. Smokey too busy sleeping to help. That's pretty real. Force it in this first skipped pack with Brainstorm. I gotta actually see if that's possible, because I don't think that the list actually allows for that. I think it's mostly for legendaries. But maybe I'm mistaken about that. Clearance sale. Temperance just got 25% worse. L. Rough gem. Miss. Look, $36 now. Basically worthless. Wheel of Fortune. I mean, cool. He's now like a little bit shiny. Wheel of Fortune again. Actually, if I do that again, I'm not actually going to be able to negative any of these if I decide to, not brainstorm, ectoplasm in the future. Oh, you've seen Dr. Spectre do it. Okay, maybe it's possible then. Anyways, what does that Joker do leftmost? Oh, it's garbage. It's worthless. It's just negative. 100 chips on 3 of a kind. Stinky. A rare spectral card which can make a single Joker use its ability twice, but it uses a Joker slot. Okay, so it's like... Oh, I see. Like, what would that be called? It would be like, I'd call it mitosis. That's what I would call it. It'd be like a second copy chained to it. Oh, rightmost. It's now Chaos the Clown. For 1 free reroll per shop. I mean, I might as well death here. Boom. $20. $40. E14. Level up some more. Take a temperance. Arcana says nothing I care to hear. I guess I'll take a world. Boom. I don't really want to unlock Flush 5 though, so I have to be careful about how much I do that. Like, I don't really know why I'm moving towards one particular suit. Death is fine. Oh boy. A natural negative ice cream. Yippee. Wasted $10 is what that is. There we are. You can come along there, Mr. Invisible Joker. I keep forgetting to reroll the bosses, by the way. That's something I should absolutely be doing. I don't have retcon, I don't think, but I can reroll once an ante at least. Why don't we have deals for Jimbos, man? Imagine a world where Jimbos can be red sealed. That would be pretty insane. Oh, we got him. The manacle. Nice. Huge. Glitched plus hand size. So we just gotta do that. I am trying to do the glitch that I am told exists. Also, these are definitely getting sold. I'm probably gonna sell the oops as well. I think Mr. Cat's gonna have to wait for another run because he's not coming around, clearly. He's not too keen on it today. By the death and by the Emperor. BP's on Chico. BP's on Chico. I got you, bro. I got you. We're running a little slow. We're running a little slow. I'm pretty sure I just saved my money here because I'm going to be re-rolling after Invisible Joker hits. Play Cryptid and get the entire deck? Yeah, true. Bro, why don't you just play the mod that lets you have a hand size of 150? What a fool. This is the correct order. Why did that not work? Blueprint is compatible with Blueprint, but not with Chico. Does it have to be multiple copies of Natural Chico? Is that what it is? It might work just like Oops, where it's not compatible with Chico, but if you have multiple copies of him, you can do it that way. Or maybe it's a bug that's been patched. I don't think that's the case, though. I feel like I've heard about it relatively recently. Either way, that just tells me that I can sell Chico. Or maybe it's a thing that happens afterwards. I doubt it, though. Don't think it's patched. Huh. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll leave this guy here, because I think I still win even without the kings on the trib. And we'll see if it works. This will tell us real quick. Oh, I lied actually. I do need it over there. Whoop! It's a good thing I got all these discards and death, and X, Y, and Z that I never use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Well, since we've already hit the manacle, there's not really any point in keeping Chico, right? We've got tons of money. We're just gonna roll for new shit. Can't wait for your VCR to get here, true, because then you can actually use the the tapes. Alright. I know what we're definitely selling, and that's those two. Beyond that, I haven't really considered it yet. Buy the Hermit, easy choice. Liquidate. Chaos is probably a nice one just to hold on to for a sec while we reroll. I don't think I'm gonna need Chico anymore. Starting with 0 discards hardly even matters. So I'm gonna sell him. I'm gonna hold on to you so that I can have the free reroll. Obviously I'm gonna sell you right away afterwards. I don't want a luchador, of course. Can we get a best of Smokey compilation? I would have to dig up some old Smokey videos. I think we mostly have taken pictures of him. I don't know how many videos we have of him. I'll have to see. I will be rolling down rather significantly here. Fool the Emperor? No. Save the Fool in case we see more money. Photograph works. Photograph isn't bad. I don't want it until after I've sold Invisible, though. So I think I sell Oops. Smokey a father or a bachelor. He's never had any kids, that's for sure. I don't think he ever will, either. Let's go ahead and sell the Oops. This will leave only good options for the Invisible. Another blueprint. Absolutely cracked. Let's go ahead and use the Fool on the Emperor. Sell both of those because they suck. Do it again. Sell both of those because they suck. And I guess we take a reserved parking and go next. This is a very blue deck we have here. Oh man. Oh dang it. Let's go gambling. What are we at now? Probably a pretty solid number. I think it's technically ever so marginally better to do this. No, it's definitely Seal Trib. E19. Can't stop, won't stop. Astronomer's fine. Make me actually check the Celestial pack for once. It's garbage, why did I ever do that? Hi, you got a Perkio in there? Might have been a little bit of a bold ask. I don't want any of that. Judgment in place of this. Never playing a straight. You can't make me. The Hanged Man. I don't even know if there's 2 cards left to hang in here. There's technically 6. Sell you for this Judgment. Swashbuckler is pretty god-awful. Double tag. And one more reroll. Just kidding, one more reroll. Cloud 9. Ooh, $0 around sounds pretty good. Next. Why not copy parking? Because I didn't think about it. Because I need the points, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Discard all of these. Hang those. Death. Sure. Ciao. 5 of kind level 19. It's kind of getting some reduced returns here at this point. Oh, natural negative banana, say less. We are starting to get some negative naturals this time around. We got 3 this run. 3 souls, 3 negative naturals, and a black hole. Works for me. Only some of them have been any good, but I guess I'll take the luchador in case I need him. Maybe I'll use him on the water just to show him what's what. Give him the old 1-2. Ka-chow. Give him them discards back. I'm gonna discard just so that I can find some stuff to kill. Hello? There they are. Get out of here. Stinky. Also finally got my cryptid mod fixed. Oh, how'd you do it? But now there's ants in my room. That's entirely unrelated, but also sucks. So lucky, yet no lucky cat. Yep, lucky in other ways, apparently. Banana's alive. Well, here's a reason to go for spades, I suppose. Just turn the mod off and on again. Well, if it works. Maybe I should get a mod manager. That feels like it would be better than digging around in the files. I might know how to dig around in the files, but that doesn't mean I should. This is King of Diamonds? Okay. Well, none of those are King of Diamonds, unfortunately. So we've got 1 ace, and that's it. How many Kings of Hearts? We have lots of Kings of Hearts. We only have 1 King of Diamonds. There's the King of Diamonds, though. Alright, let's go ahead and turn the King of Hearts into a King of Spades. And then go Death. And then play the 5. Should be fine. It's pretty easy, but there's not a lot of mods available on it. Oh, I see. What's Eidolon? Diamonds. Diamondos. We just need to figure out the rest of our deck fixing in an ante or two, and we'll be fine. It's probably gonna move over to, yeah, spades. Pretty consistently gonna be on hearts or spades, I think. Is Hanging Chad better or is Photograph better? I think Hanging Chad is better since Trib plus Idol. And it's 2 triggers instead of 1. 2x, right? I don't feel like doing the math on that precisely, so sue me. There's the oops again. Still don't want it, unfortunately. Onk, no. I don't want these. They're bad, and they should feel bad. Hanged Man. I could hang the diamond. I think that's probably the play, is to hang the diamond. That's one less thing it can be. I could have spadesed it as well, but I have enough kings. It's not like I'm struggling for kings. Take the Fool. Take the Hermit. Oh, sorry about that. Ace says, what is the seed? It's unseeded. It is indeed unseeded. I think if you scroll back, you might be able to see the seed back in Ante 8, like when you first beat the final boss, you might be able to see it. We'll see it as well when I lose here. This seed has 3 legendaries before Ante 7, so it is a pretty good one, I would say. pretty solid one. Go next. Do I skip for 2 vouchers? Yeah, I think I do. And then I'm gonna just start discarding here, looking for shit to change into kings of spades. There's my ace that I want to turn into a king of spades. That's an easy call. So now ace is off the table, and we've got 5 hearts, 3 clubs to get through. Let's do hearts next. Ciao. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's the issue. I actually don't have flush 5 leveled at all. I don't even have it unlocked, I don't think. So we're gonna be hard resetting some of our score here when we bump up to flush 5. Rocket as early as ever. You know, Rocket only shows up at the most pristine of times. Ah, there we go. Observatory. Definitely take that. I'll take the hand size as well. That's very good. And I don't really care for hone, but I'll take it to get it out of the pool. Because it'll shrivel up if I leave it in the pool. None of you. None of you are good. Roll. Start leveling up flush 5. Gotta play one first. I should probably do that, eh? Play one flush 5 just to unlock it and then upgrade it as much as I can. The +1 hand size should also allow me to get 3 levels of it per round, so it'll very quickly be relevant. Obviously Acrobat's not really going to do a whole lot at this point in the game. And I think we just go next, save a little bit of money. Skip for a negative. It's probably not going to be any good. Just play it. Alright, let's unlock the flush 5. Like so. Oh, it's level 2 because we had Black Hole, but that's it. Banana is alive somehow. How many rounds has it been? It's like 4. It's our boss. Is it spades again? Crimson Heart. Yeah, probably. What are the other options? Shuffles. We played very large, unfortunately. Shuffles. Disabled until 1 sold, which is fine. I'll sell Ballot. Or Hanging Chad, rather. And assuming Banana's alive, I could sell that as well, but I don't expect it to be alive. Who's the other one? What am I missing? Oh, force 1 to always be selected. That doesn't matter at all. Worthwhile Shame 7i says, best viewers on streamboostspace.com. Remove the space added. Sorry, that's my best bot voice. Get out of here, nerd. Shuffle big blind, all disabled. Yeah, forces 1 to be selected. Exactly. Exactly. True. No doubt. I think I won't skip these if I don't see what I want. I'll level you. I'll take a Justice just in case we need it. Might need to make a glass card or 2, you know? Wheel is not a good choice. Are you still on? Oh, you're on clubs this time. Okay, that's good to remember. And important. Because it might be necessary to win. We'll see. Go next. E21. E21, currently the idol not proccing at all, would cost me 15 procs of 2x. That's well over 3 E's. Yeah, that is necessary to win. I think if I fish for all 3 of them, I'm fine. And I can do that, so... Granted, if they're all at the very bottom. Take a stone when you find them for idle. I mean, yeah, you can just do it that way. The moon, as long as I use it on the heart, would be fine. How about I use the moon on the heart and then also justice the heart, and that can make up the idol, and that's 3 of them, which is only 6 procs, and that's only like 1.5 E's, and then I should be able to win that way, I believe. And if it breaks, it breaks. And I'm not losing any of my spades, so I'm not technically losing any progress towards winning. Should be a pretty... Oh, and I can also hanging chat it. Yeah. Yep, good. Still made it. Cool. You back on spades, you're back on spades. We're safe again. Otherwise, I gotta go digging for shit, you know? Temperance, Hierophant. Don't want lovers. Lovers just makes it harder. That's what she said? A Baron. A little bit late to pivot to that one, methinks. There's a World, that's a good one, obviously. Considering we're going for all spades, it does kind of make sense to go for all spades. Take another Justice. I think we can sell the moon this time. If I could get all 3 hearts, that would be ideal. And then I can hang whatever, World whatever, Justice whatever. It'll be good. And I need to re-roll your dumbass. Cerulean Bell. Alright. I will take that. That's good enough for me. And just play the 5. I do want to make the glass so that I can get more of my blue seals off. I could also hang both of them. It gets rid of another one of the clubs. That should be fine. Sure, I can't, you know, I'm also hanging a spade, but that's fine with me. This doesn't actually win, I don't think, because it's, well, no, the starting value shouldn't matter enough. Wow, that was a lot of money procs this time around. I think I got 3 there. And the question is, can we beat the next ante? Missed out on 2 flush 5 cards? Did I? I was forced to keep the 1 selected, which made things a little bit difficult there. That'll do. If we're gonna see 2 here, I might as well use them. Temperance. I wasn't willing to, like, constantly roll the dice on that. Wasn't really necessary, even. Anyways, we're going to death here. I think that brings us down to just 1, yeah, 1 King of Clubs. Cool, we take, in fact, just give me the Temperance on it. And the Hermit. Neither of those. What you got? Neither of those. I actually gained money buying those though, so I'm not too torn up over it. Take the Hanged Man, that'll guarantee it next round. We do need something better than a Hanging Chad. What's our score requirement? E25. We can't currently do that. Though we could with glass. We'd also do it if we make a couple extra chariots and let them hang out. Oh, there's another justice. Definitely that one instead. Just roll for a couple extra jokers, see what we see. Card sharp, obviously not good enough here. Keep saying obviously, it's not actually obvious. I should stop saying that. Okay, we're actually gonna discard to be sure we can find the heart, if at all possible. Or club, rather. Oh, club! Well, while I have you here, let's go ahead and justice you. Okay. I'm gonna play only 4 cards so that I don't accidentally win. Actually, I don't think I do win. So I think it's fine to play all 5. Should be fine to play all 5. I don't think I do win. Maybe the steal and the fact that I got a level or 2 in this will make up the difference, but I don't think it does. That's what I thought. There's the club. I wanted to get rid of this here and now. I'm going to just go ahead and death it into the spade. Sell the Hanged Man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I think I can get away with just 1 glass card up here. That'll easily make up this little difference with the Hanging Chad and all the extra procs. And that way I don't have to risk the rest of my glass. I lose out on 1 planet, but whatever. There you go. Banana finally died. Blush 5. Take every death you see by the Fool just to have another. Now looking for that Dusk, I think, and the Justice. That's an easy 3 right there. Rest in peace next, Auntie. Yeah, possibly. Possibly. Depends on how many glass we get between here and there. Negative credit card. That's kinda neat. That might be helpful if we ever have to roll down. Unless Dusk, or Brainstorm, of course, also an option. Take Magic Trick for death. I'm deathing into glass cards anyways. It's really neither here nor there on that one. And as we've seen, we only need to play 1 glass card. Let's go ahead and make another. Like you can be glass, and I don't know, you can be too. You're just a normal blue seal. You can be glass. There you go. And you play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 1 glass, and that wins. Imagine you find cat now. At least I'd be able to look at it. That would be rather rude, though, yes. May I spare a drop of cat, sir? What's the comparison here? 560, 1100, so about 2x and about 2x, so we start with about a quarter as many points. Not the end of the world. Especially since we get the idol out of it, right? Like, those suck. Reroll. Emperor. Hanged Man. Bad. Sell. High Priestess. Bad. Sell. Bad. Sell. Reroll. One more. Next. The Psychic. He can read my mind. Just get rid of all those. I'm looking for a glass card. Where my glass at? Yo, where my glass at? There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Glass card up front. Lucky's behind it, even though those are rarely gonna matter by the time we actually start proccing them. $20. $40, I think, actually. Yeah, $40. Nice. No break, 3 levels. Now we need to find the upgrade. The blueprint, brainstorm, the showman, any of that would go well. A photograph doesn't do anything for us. Technically, yeah, photograph doesn't do enough for us. Death, but I don't see any glass. I think it might be good to make an extra steel card though. Left into right. DNA, way too late to the party here. What do I need? Need 30 into 31. There he is. In the smoke. Serpent isn't useful here because we're playing 5. DNA is not going to save us from anything. DNA will actually reduce our points to the point where we can't win because currently hanging Chad is what was getting us there in the first place. He finally came around. 18 antes later. Hello, Smokey. Yes. Alright, go next. How many glass do I have? Got 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's 5. And a death makes 6. And I'll take a chariot. And 1 more reroll. Okay, that's not helpful. It's very cool. This is a run winner in a lot of cases, but not here. Yeah. So 2 to the 10 is generally 1 E, or sorry, 3 E's. So 2 to the 20 is going to be 6 E's. It should be enough to get us there. Although we were playing 1 glass already, it will be rather close. One more. The flush 5 will make the difference. Let's go next. We are looking for glass. Your word is glass. When I combine it with the 3 steels, we'll probably barely get there. Probably getting an E31 out of this with the steals. Maybe I'm a little shy on that though. E31. No breaks. We live. Another Ankh, eh? 100 mult from erosion, that'll make a difference, right? Damn, 2 hours out of this one run. That is not what I expected when I sat down. Alright, there's another 3 glass cards. Okay, there's our 3 steel. We death you into you. We glass you. We make another glass. We play these 5 glass. With 3 steel, just as we did before. The steel wasn't as necessary. I think we won by like enough that we could probably have done without any of the steel and still gotten like 3 E31, which is enough to beat, you know, any one of these bosses. Yeah, you can see we start cooking right as we get there. Just barely E32. I'm not medium one of these that doesn't have a sticker yet. I actually will take the chariot. I changed my mind since 1 reroll ago. Reroll, reroll. Looking for the fool. Seltzer will save us. Seltzer time. Now I got 3 retriggers, so we need to move a blueprint back over. Let's go ahead and balance that out, make it look nice and even. Very cool. We live. Because these retriggers on the Trib plus the idol, these 4, is essentially equivalent to the Justice, so we should be able to play with 0 glass again and still win, I think, if I'm doing my math correct there. Egg. That being said, I'm not here to take risks with my math, so I'm probably still gonna play 2 glass cards. I see a hand right here that I'm perfectly willing to play. Let me go ahead and glass this one and chariot that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 glass cards with the seltzer organized correctly. Technically the glass can go at the end in case we trigger the lucky mult right away. That's technically an extra. There you go, that's an extra 1.5x. All the others don't matter because we have too much mult, but right there at the beginning it's worth it. That was rather close. Alright, what do we need now? More than I have, certainly. E36, I don't think any amount of glass is gonna save me from that. We'll see. Ah, Mime showed up. Had I decided to pivot there. What do we want? Like a negative dusk? That's about the only thing we care about. Negative natural dusk. Mime 2 electric boogaloo. Pick the Justice. Chariot. We're rolling all the way down in this bitch. Brainstorm. I can't, like, it's not... I use it over Seltzer, right? Like I take it over Seltzer because it is effectively Seltzer. I move one of these blueprints over, so we're getting another trigger on stock, and now I have one that doesn't expire, but it doesn't really change anything, right? Like, this is still gonna lose. We don't lose in the future, for a different reason that we're never going to get to see. I'm gonna reroll once more and go into a little bit of debt. We do a little bit of debt. Go next. Alright, let's end this. Play against the small blind. I'm gonna reroll the boss blind once, and then skip to it. Oh, you got a polychrome in here? Probably not. You actually do have a King of Spades and Steel, I'll take that. Alright. Let's do this. Easy glass right here. Easy glass right here. Easy steel here. Play the 5 glass cards and just see what the fuck happens. Right now we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5 times 2s and only 4 retriggers, which is as even as it will get. Right, 1, 2, 3 retriggers plus the base trigger. So 4 times 5, 20. That's as good as it will get. Go. I think this is good enough to get us to probably... Ooh, it's an extra... It's probably gonna get us to like E36. That's it. With one less steel as well. Too many steel cards. Do not need all of these steel cards. How many more glass in here? 1. Got enough for one more hand. Assuming I can find it, of course. Do we have any more steel in here? Yes, but that's not. Here, take my pair. Ah, we did get it. Nice. Glass here. And 07's the way out the door. One more blueprint on Trib. I don't actually... We've got the brainstorm on Trib. Sick run, though. E36, basically. Very nice. There's your seed, if that person is still watching, KLXM9233, for that guy who wanted to know what the seed was, and possibly all the people in the short that this is going to create who might want to know what that seed is. Good stuff. I think I will probably end it there because it is now a little over 2 hours into the stream. I did start the stream late. I just wanted to get one in today because I didn't want to say that I missed a day. If I miss a day, it's going to be because I'm not at the house, which may or may not happen next weekend. We'll see. But in what base is the seed number? I'm not really sure. I don't think it has a base. I think it's just a random alphanumeric. It's plugged into the seed generator. I mean, I guess technically... Oh, when you say, okay, 6436, you must be asking, like, if it counts, like, uppercase and lowercase? I mean, it's alphanumeric, it seems like they're always uppercase, so it would be base 36, technically. Can you use the dev to make a negative smoky? I don't currently have dev tools enabled, but I will do my utmost to see what it looks like in the future. We will have plenty of time to see him again, I'm sure. He will be negative one of these days. Yeah, I don't want to like go digging through the files and stuff to figure it out. Next stream, do a gimmick run. What do you mean by a gimmick run? Did you have something in mind? Are you talking like do 70 billion of this kind of gimmick? I start with 4 tribs. Is it good? Yeah, I'm definitely going to try for the Lucky Cat again. And if we get another 3 legendaries, guess it's just one of those days again. But more than likely, we're just going to find the Lucky Cat tomorrow. Biggest Lucky Cat possible. Oh, like that. Okay, so not starting with crazy shit, but rather like, ooh, how big can we get vampire like we did the other day? Nanimp with a specific Joker. I mean, that's spicy. Nanimp with a specific Joker is basically going to be bring a specific Joker to a Baron Mime run. Unless I get really lucky and I get a shitload of ectoplasm onks. Biggest hologram. My 350 card deck here. Yeah, biggest hologram is nice because there's quite a few synergies with it, but it's still a rather difficult one to do. A ton of money, magic trick, and then probably like stone guard or DNA work with them well. Or you could also Perkio incantations. That's another way to do it, right? Because each of those adds 4. It's a whole 1x every time you use one. Do an anti-39 run at some point. That's actually, like, that's just a Nanif run with some extra steps. I do need to figure out how to more consistently do. Like, that's the kind of one where you do want to do the Perkio with the planets. See how many planets you can get early running. Been a long time since Anti-39. I've never been there personally. I think I only needed to go to 25 or 26 for the Nanimp that I did. No Baron Mime too easy. What do you suggest, brother? What do you see? Like, what am I gonna do it with Vampire? 30x Vampire is not getting me anywhere. The exponential scaling of the retriggers with the times mults is the whole reason those things are even possible. If you're not running Baron or Mime or Perkio, I'm pretty sure most Nanimphs are impossible without some sort of absolutely asinine luck. Like finding 70 negative natural stencil jokers. Baron Mime plus hand size is the whole reason that Nanimph is possible without Perkio. Technically, Perkio is another way to do it, but yeah, Perkio's 100% necessary again, unless you have some insano luck. You can technically do it if you get enough Baron Mimes. Ton of planets and observatory. Yeah, if I could get a bunch of copies of Blueprint, Brainstorm, and Perkio, I could see getting like enough planets to outscale. And at that point, it's basically just a just chatting stream where I just play high card while I chat with chat. Oh, look, another 6 planets. That's crazy, guys. Where do we get these? Like, and we'll get to anti-39. Because 6 per for 41 antis, assuming I'm using hieroglyph and petroglyph. 41 times 3 times 6, assuming we're on ectoplasma. 41 times 3 times 6 is 123 times 6 is 738. It's still not enough, technically. We'd need a seventh. And then we'd maybe get there, assuming we got all 7 right away. Yep, I already got the more speed locked and loaded. It's going to be mainly invisible jokers. I think I could also play it on black stake, since that 2x basically doesn't matter. Play it on black stake, look for some eternals of things so that we can take easy onks, would also be one way to do it. Onk plus ectoplasm. You'd be able to take 3 ectoplasms, technically, and still have a hand size of 2, 4 with the 2 vouchers, but then you couldn't take a 4th ectoplasm or you'd lose. So you'd be able to get a total of 8 jokers if all of those were Blueprint, Brainstorm, and Perkio. That would be enough. In theory. It's easier said than done. Yep, that was good stuff. I'm not going to question why the chat sometimes puts your name as 2 words next to one another and sometimes as 2 lines. I'm not going to pretend like I understand. Anyways, I'm going to go as well. And thank you guys for tuning in, despite the fact that it was much later than normal. And I will see you guys tomorrow at the normal time. Peace.